If you got your dream job promotion tomorrow, or your whatever goal it is you're working towards, if that you got that opportunity tomorrow, would you be ready? If you got that check for $1 million you've always been working towards, would you be ready for it? Would you have the space for it? Would you have the intelligence to know how to steward it well, how to use it so you're not stressed? That is what today's podcast episode is going to help you, just kind of prepare for that, to prepare for your blessing and get ready for it. Because the truth is, if you're not ready, when that opportunity comes your way, it's going to make you more anxious. It's not going to be as fulfilling as you hoped it would be. It's going to make you stressed, and you're not going to be able to make the most out of that opportunity. So that's what we're talking about today. Welcome back to Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade, episode 28, I believe. Episode 28. Time is just flying. Time is flying. Happy March, y'all. Or happy whatever month it is that you're watching this. I am here sitting on the floor by my piano because I always get the best ideas whenever I'm sitting by my piano. As a musician, I just love instruments, and there's something about being around them too that inspires me. Kind of like how I love having books around me, because every time I just see it, it just gives me inspiration. But anyways, yeah, welcome back to Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade with your girl, your host, Lily Kincade. Today's episode is just going to be a little pep talk for you, and everything I always talk about is just kind of what I'm going through and what I need to hear, because I'm like, if I need to hear it, somebody else out there also needs to hear it. Because the truth is, I know there's so many things and we have so much uniqueness that makes us special and different, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We're so much more alike, and we can learn from each other. We can support each other. We can cry with each other. We can laugh with each other. We can dance with each other. We can grow with each other. So I have some notes on my little iPhone over here. We're going to get into it. Get ready for your blessings, you guys. Get ready for your blessings. Like, here's the deal. I don't think that we're ever going to be ready. I don't think we're ever going to be like, oh my God, yes, I'm ready for this now. I think we have to do whatever we can to be ready for the blessing. And just, we're here for the ride. We're here for the ride. Have faith, trust in God. Last week's episode, I was talking about how to bet on yourself. And this is kind of a continuation of that. I like to say, we are building leaders. We are building leaders here who go after their goals and who aren't afraid to try something new and aren't afraid to stand up for what they believe in. And last week's episode, we talked about how, sometimes no one's going to see your vision. No one's going to see it. So you have to bet on yourself. Today's episode, we're continuing that a little bit, talking about how once you have a goal, once you've set it, once you've started working towards it, at a certain point, you need to be prepared to receive it. It's like, for example, if you were like, oh my gosh, I really want to get married, I really want a boyfriend, at a certain point, you can't just keep going on all these dates. You have to be prepared and be ready for that emotional commitment. So have you gone to therapy? Have you worked through your trauma? Have you worked, you know what I mean? Or say you're working towards this CEO position. You want to get this promotion for work. Okay, you've been working towards it, but are you ready to manage more people? Are you ready for maybe working more hours? Have you implemented that in your life? How is it going to look? You have to be ready for it, because at a certain point, change is scary no matter what, even if it's good change. And in this case, it is. If we are reaching our goals, it's still going to be crazy. I think about that and I'm like, okay, my life, I've been working towards to start my first album. So my first album the music is almost done. It's being mixed right now, which if you ever want me to talk about the music process, especially being an independent artist, please let me know, because I'd love to talk about it, because it's definitely a trial and error thing. So you can always request episodes here or DM me on Instagram, X, all of the places. Everything's linked down below. That's just a little sidebar. But, I've been working towards making my debut album, and it is a weird feeling now that I'm at this point where I'm like, oh wow, I'm going to have a physical album, I'm going to be playing. And so it's like, I'm ready to receive those blessings, but I got to get to work. I think about that too. If I got the blessing of, okay, Lily, if I got an email one day that was like, Lily, I have this artist, we would love for you to open on tour for them, that would be amazing. But have I been practicing? Have I been, doing the steps? So even me right now, that is my dream, right? So I want to be ready when that opportunity comes my way, when that blessing comes my way. So right now I'm in the process of, okay, if I had a 30-minute set, what songs would I play? What order would I play them in? Practicing every day, running on the treadmill, building up my endurance. What would I wear? What would my tour outfits look like if I got to open for somebody on tour? And yeah, it's kind of like, it's not like you're manifesting it, because you're not manifesting it. It's just you're doing the work now. So then that way, when that thing happens, you are ready and you are prepared. And yeah, that's a good little intro. I have a couple things. We start every episode off with a quote. I had a couple written down. Let me find them. Okay, well, this isn't a quote, but this is a Bible verse. And I really love this because it just reminds me that you can't just manifest it. You can't just believe it. You have to take action. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are like, you can just write it down, manifest. And I'm like, no, You have to actually take action. And there's a Bible verse that I love. It's James 2:26, and it's faith without works is dead. It doesn't matter. You can have as much, you can have the best mental world. You can be writing in your journal, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a CEO. I'm going to get this promotion a million times. But here's the deal. If you don't take action on it, no matter how much you picture it in your head, no matter how much you write it down, it's not going to happen. Faith without works is dead. Wow. That was just, whoa. Faith without works is dead. Write that down on a sticky note, put it in your mirror, put it on your home screen, put it everywhere, because it's true. Like, it's great. And I love vision boarding. I love picturing what it's going to be like. But at the end of the day, you can't do that. It's kind of like how they always say, like, you can't outrun a bad diet. It's kind of similar. It's like the two things go hand in hand. Yes, you can dream it and stuff, but you have to take action. And so this is like just our little pep talk to take action and to go for it and to not be waiting on, permission from somebody. Okay, here we go. Are you truly ready? Are you truly ready? I have some notes down. I was going to say, okay, there's 3 steps that I do and that you can take today to prepare for your blessing. The first one is you got to get rid of what doesn't align. If you got your job promotion, I'm just going to use the example of a job promotion. If you got that job promotion tomorrow, is there anything that you're doing in your life now that is maybe taking up too much time? Anything in your life now that you wouldn't be doing if you got that job promotion? Think about it. I'm going to use that, and like, say you want to get married and you're like, okay, my husband. Is there anything you're doing now in your life that you would have to give up if you met the person you're going to marry tomorrow? Maybe you're dating a lot of people. Maybe you're not taking the best care of yourself. Maybe you are, you're not emotionally ready. Like, you need to go to therapy, get rid of those traumas, get rid of those habits. Maybe you're wasting too much time scrolling. And if you got that CEO job promotion tomorrow, you wouldn't have that time because you'd be busy working extra hours. So whatever is in your life that does not align, get it out now. Get it out now. Get it out now. If that means you have to like delete TikTok on your phone, delete Instagram on your phone, and only go on your computer, so be it. But I want you to get ready now. Like, for me, for example, like I hope to open for somebody on tour. And so I'm kind of thinking, okay, if I got that email tomorrow, I would want to make sure I was in the best shape. I would want to make sure my voice was good. I'd want to make sure I was healthy and my immune system was up, because, when you're on tour, you're traveling, you're on a bus, you're in different time zones. So you can't always be the healthiest. So you have to prepare now. So I'm like, okay, Lily, no more junk food. We got to start going to bed. We got to start taking care of our body. I don't really hang around anybody that smokes. If I'm out at a party or something and people are smoking, I literally am just like, okay, excuse myself politely, but because my voice is, it matters to me. So I start taking care of my voice now, and I remove everything that doesn't align with that. The next one is you have to like step out in faith, and you have to like take action. And this may be telling your boss at work, hey, if you hear about any job openings in the company, I would love to, keep working my way up. It's me talking about this. Like, people are like, oh, like, are you going on tour? Because I'm always like, oh yeah, I'm training for tour right now. And they're like, oh, what tour? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I haven't been asked to go on a tour yet, but I'm training for the day that it is. And here's the deal. Like, things only look crazy until they happen. And at a certain point, people don't know. People may not know that you want a promotion at your job. People may not know that maybe you want to move across the country. It's like, you have to put your feelers out there. You have to let people know, and there's no shame in letting people know. Oftentimes I get a lot of DMs or messages from amazing young independent musicians, and they're like, how do I find a producer? How do I find a producer? And I always say, like, start posting your original music. Step out in faith and be like, I love this song, I wrote it. I'm looking to connect with the producer. You never know who's watching that video. You never know who's gonna stumble across that on Instagram and be like, hey, I love this voice. I would love to produce this, and let's work together. Let's create together. That's what I did. You have to step out in faith. You have to ask people. There's no shame in asking people, and no matter the department, whether it be like you let your cousin or your friends know, hey, like, I'm at the age where I want to get married, or I want to do this. Like, if you know anybody, I'm down if you want to set me up. Like, it's not weird. It's not embarrassing. It's cool to try, and it's cool to care and put yourself out there. And that's something I'm challenging myself to do, is like, put myself out there. You know what? It's cool to care. It's cool to try. We need to do a whole episode about that, because I don't know when this like nonchalant culture started getting so popular, because here's the deal. No, let's be caring. Let's be loving. Let's be vocal. Let's be bold about what we want. Let's try. Trying is cool. Okay. Step number 3, as I was continue on, is be ready for it and be thankful in advance. I always say life is long, but we don't know how long. And that's something that I'm just reminded every single day. Like, yes, be looking forward to the future, but take advantage of the places you are now. If you have extra time now, use it wisely. Spend it either working towards your goals, spending time with God, spending time with yourself, or with people you love and care about. Life is too short to waste it doing stupid things, or, hanging out with friends that don't really care about you, or people that are, maybe gossiping or talking bad about you. It's better to be alone, because this season is only a season. And, it's always when we look back, we're like, oh, I really wish I took advantage more of that time. I really wish I didn't try to rush through it, because here's the deal. Like, everybody wants what they can't have. When you get that job promotion, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so much work. I wish I took advantage more when I was just an intern and I could, have fun more and whatever. You're always going to want, oh my gosh, what happened to the light? Okay, that was weird. You guys. The light is plugged in, so that's super weird. 1 second. Okay, the light is back. We are problem solvers. We are problem solvers here. But step out in faith. Step out in faith and be thankful. Or step number 3, I guess, was be thankful in advance. We're always going to want to be out of it. So while you're in this season, yes, be working towards your blessing, but be thankful for where you are, because that blessing is coming to you. It's coming to me. You're going to get whatever it is that you want. I'm telling you that, because if you're watching this, you are definitely like me, and we're in this life together, and I know you're going to get what you want. And one day I'm going to meet you on tour, and we're going to chat about it, and you're going to tell me all about it, and I can't wait to meet you, and I can't wait for us to grow together in our goals. I know this episode was a little short and sweet, like the Sabrina Carpenter album. So good. I love it, by the way. But I just wanted to say that, you just have to trust. You have to trust the timing of things. And even if you want it now, just prepare for it, because it will come whenever it is supposed to come to you. I'm telling you that. I know it seems crazy, and I know you want it now, but it will come whenever it's supposed to come to you. So just get ready for it, because you want to be ready. It could come tomorrow. It could come in 2 weeks. And if you're not ready, it's going to be overwhelming. Maybe it won't work out. Maybe it won't last. So I'm telling you, get ready now, trust the timing, and you got this. To review those 3 points. Number 1, you got to let go. You got to cleanse. You got to maybe get rid of some friends. Maybe you get rid of some habits. Cleanse. Number 2, step out in faith. Start putting feelers out, asking people about things. If you're interested in a job promotion, send your resume out there. It's never like it's cool to care. It's cool to try. It's cool to ask. The worst thing somebody can say is no. And number 3, be thankful for where you are, but still working towards where you're going, and be cautious and be wise with how you spend your free time right now, because soon you're going to be in a new amazing season, but it's probably going to be busy, and you're going to miss when you had this time to fully slow down. Anyways, that's it. It's a little short and sweet episode, but I'm telling you guys, get ready to receive your blessings. Get ready to receive them, because you do not know when they're coming. You do not know when they're coming, and we're going to steward them well. I already feel it. We're going to end this episode with an affirmation. I've told this story before, but my 2nd grade teacher used to make us say this affirmation every single day when I was in 2nd grade, and I literally love it so much. Like, she's such a close family friend, and that was my favorite year of school. But I say this all the time, and anytime I'm feeling a little stuck, I repeat it to myself. So feel free to write this down in your notes app. If you follow me on Instagram or X, which you should, I'll link below. Same with like my music on Spotify. You always hear me say this. I feel like once every other day I post it on my story or I tweet it or something. But ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love y'all with all my heart, and I will see you in next week's episode. Make sure to subscribe, send this to a friend. I have a ton of other episodes you can binge. I have a whole season 1 and a book, and season 2, of course, is 28 episodes. This is episode number 28, so we're just growing. We're growing. I love y'all so much, and I will see you next week.